In the fast-moving world of news, it's easy to miss the meaning between the lines. That's where we come in. Each episode, we take real headlines from Newsline Philippines and let AI break them down. Not just the what, but the why it matters.
Okay, let's unpack this. We're diving into a pretty significant development in Philippine local governance today.
That's right. We're looking at Republic Act No. 12232. Our goal here is really to get clear on what this changes for the Barangay and Sangguniang Kabataan elections, the BSKE.
Right, the local neighborhood and youth council elections. Crucial stuff.
Exactly. And why this change is happening now, for anyone maybe less familiar, the barangays are like the very first level of government, dealing with local community issues.
And the SK, the youth councils, getting young people involved.
Precisely. So yeah, clarity on the timeline and terms is key today.
So the headline is, President Ferdinand R. Marcos Jr. signed this new law, Republic Act 12232. What's the immediate impact? Like, what does it actually do?
Well, the biggest immediate effect is pushing the election date back.
Okay.
The BSKE was originally lined up for December 2025.
Right, I remember that.
But now it's officially moved to November 2026.
November 2026, so
Okay.
quite a delay.
It is. The last one was October 30, 2023. And looking ahead, after this 2026 election, they'll happen every 4 years.
Every 4 years, okay. And winners take office December 1st.
That's the plan, December 1st, following the November election.
Okay, but beyond just the date, here's where it gets interesting, right? What about the actual term of office for these officials? Has that changed?
Yes, significantly. Both village and youth officials will now serve 4-year terms under this act.
4 years. And are there limits?
There are. For the barangay officials, it's capped at 3 consecutive terms in the same position. So potentially 12 years max if they keep winning.
3 terms, 12 years. Got it.
But for the Sangguniang Kabataan, the SK officials, it's different. They're limited to just 1 term.
Only 1 term for the youth council members. That's a big change.
It is. A single 4-year term.
So with the election pushed back and these new term rules, what happens to the people currently holding these posts? Do they just stay on?
Yes, essentially. There's what's called a holdover provision.
Holdover.
Exactly. The incumbents remain in their positions in a holdover capacity. This ensures, that local services continue without disruption, keeps things running.
Makes sense. Continuity.
But, and this is important, there's a catch for some.
Ah.
Anyone who is already serving their 3rd consecutive term right now, they won't be allowed to run in the 2026 elections. Their time under the consecutive limit is up.
So the holdover applies, but the term limit still kicks in for the next election eligibility.
Precisely. And the Commission on Elections, COMELEC, they have about 90 days now to sort out and release the specific rules for how all this gets implemented.
Right, the IRR. Okay, so this naturally leads to the question, why? Why postpone? What was the government's rationale for shifting these crucial local elections?
Well, the reason the government has cited is quite interesting. They're saying it's to prioritize another major electoral event.
Which is?
The very first parliamentary elections in the Bangsamoro Autonomous Region in Muslim Mindanao.
Ah, the Baram elections, okay.
Yeah. That's seen as a really critical step for peace and stability in the region and, frankly, for the whole country. So the thinking seems to be focusing resources and attention there first.
So prioritizing the Bangsamoro transition, that puts this local election shift into a different context.
It definitely does.
Okay. So for you listening, hopefully this deep dive gives you a much clearer picture of this new electoral landscape at the local level in the Philippines. It's a fundamental shift.
Absolutely. And, thinking bigger picture, it really shows how legislative changes like this directly shape local leadership, stability, even community dynamics for years. It makes you wonder, how might shifts like this affect local projects or how involved citizens feel? Even a date change can ripple outwards.